Hey long walkers, I am walking down this abandoned road because there are no cars and it's quiet. But man, it is hot and humid out. I am sweating. So this is part two of my review of the Synopses. I'm standing in the shade now to get my heart rate down. Standing here. I can finally see my car coming up. I walked all the way to the Delaware River. Ooh, that feels good. All right, so what I was doing in this part two on this deserted road was reading some synopses and then discussing what's wrong with them. I mean, I have yet to find a synopsis that's free from error. It's totally crazy since there are literally hundreds of them out there. I mean, I was reading articles about the new movie, and of course they have synopsis, and they were all wrong. Now, it'd be too much of a pain to, every time I see a new synopsis, to copy it to my webpage. I've already got 13 there, lucky 13. You're welcome, Stephen King. So, it would just fill with hundreds of them, and that's just overkill because the ones I have there cover all the mistakes people make, like 3 warnings and they're out, it's the near future, it's a race, it's 450 miles, it's a new American government, ultra-conservative, dictatorship, apocalypse. They use all kinds of words. All right, let's get on. Oh, this is a long one. So this long synopsis, it focuses on a walking competition in which 100 teenage boys walk to the death. Well, that's technically not right there. 99 walk to their death. Yeah, I know. But you got to be picky, you got to be accurate when you say these things. Should say 99 walk to their death. That's it. It's literally last man standing. Getting bit. Age range 13 to 18. Only the 18-year-olds are man. Last boy standing. It's kind of hard to say boy or man in this case because there's mostly boys, some men. 1/5, 1/6. I'm not good at doing that math. All right. Where was I? And the whole thing is televised. No, it's televised from Augusta down. I mean, there is an occasional news reporter that interviews them. Along the way, they get like special permission and stuff, but for the 24-hour TV coverage, probably pay-per-view. Getting bit again. Freaking flies. They look like ordinary flies and they bite. So yeah, Augusta on is when it's televised. That's not the whole thing is televised. In fact, the book really emphasized that it's not televised at the start. All right. Where was I? Like one long marathon, only the winner doesn't always survive for long. That's true. And the competitors reveal while discussing past championships. I read it wrong, but anyway, you get the gist. I'll move on. If a boy stops walking, he is given 3 warnings and then shot by one of the soldiers. Let's break that down. You can stop walking and your 2-minute death timer counts down. And you're given warnings at 90, 60, 30, and then a ticket at 0. They kind of gloss over that. I mean, nobody mentions the 2-minute timer to begin with, so. All right, shot by one of the soldiers. All of this is presided over by an enigmatic figure called the Major. Big brother for the 1960s, America. All right, that's the end of that one. Big brother. Once again, we don't know. We're not given any clues. Ouch. Getting bit. We're not given any clues. At least in Maine, those black flies, I couldn't feel them bite me. I mean, after my videos, I'd have a bunch of blood spots from these black flies sucking my blood. I wouldn't even feel it. But it hurts, these guys. They're not as clever. What was I saying? The major. We're not given much clue. You know, is he the president? Is he the dictator? Is he just some Hollywood front man? We really don't know. So to assume that is, well, it's assuming. Let's go on to the next one. In the near future, when America has become a police state, 100 boys are selected to enter an annual contest where the winner will be awarded whatever he wants for the rest of his life. Among them is 16-year-old Ray Garrity, and he knows the rules. Keep a steady pace, keep a steady walking pace of 4 miles per hour without stopping. 3 warnings and you're out permanently. Okay. Police state, we don't know. Near future, no it's not. I've covered that. There's links in the description for more information. Lots of information that it's not the near future. 100 boys are selected. Well, that makes it seem like they're handpicked. They don't even mention the backups. But they're picked randomly in a lottery of like 40,000 boys. So that's kind of misleading. Keep a steady pace of 4 miles per hour without stopping. Now you can walk more than 4 miles per hour, and you could walk slower or even stop. In fact, you can stop for 1 minute 59 seconds every 3 hours. You get your 3 warnings, and then you make them up, and you're back to square one. Ow. So, yeah, when you say, oh, they can't stop, they can't rest. No, you remember at the beginning, Barkovich stopped to redo his laces and take a stone out of his shoe and get a rest? You can. And in fact, I think it's a great strategy. And getting bit once again, probably by the same fly multiple times. It's like it just flew in my ear. All right, 3 warnings and you're out permanently. Now, 30 seconds after your 3rd warning, going less than 4 miles per hour in the correct direction, which is in the direction of the half tracks parallel to the center line. Yeah, I get that specific. People always say, oh, you have to go 4 miles per hour, but if you go 4 miles per hour in the wrong direction, you're going negative 4 miles per hour, and that's a penalty warning. Let's do the last one. In the near future, get out of my ear. In the near future, every year, 100 teenage boys are hand-selected by the colonel for a 400-mile race across the country known as the Long Walk. The rules are simple. They must walk at 3 miles per hour. They can't slow down, stumble, stop, or sit down. If they do, they get a warning. If they stop or slow down for another 10 seconds, they get a second warning. If they get a 3rd warning, they get a ticket. The winner gets anything they want. There can only be one winner, sole survivor. Sorry for tilting you. So much wrong with this. Near future, no. Teenage boys, 19. Teenage implies 13 to 19. Their age range is 13 to 18. So just saying teenage. Boys, 18, they're men. You can't just say boys either. You gotta say males 13 to 18, sorry. Hand selected, no. They're picked from a lottery of 40,000. By the colonel? No, it's the major. 400-mile race? There's not a particular mileage, and it's not a race. They can't slow down, stop, or sit down. Yes, you can, for a limited time, as I mentioned before. If your death timer is at 2, that's 1 minute 59 seconds. You could stop, sit down, or rest. If they all right. So they don't get a warning for stopping, sitting, resting. They get warnings for breaking the rules, which drop their timer to 90, 60, 30 or 0, or if they're lower than 4 miles per hour in the wrong direct. If they're walking at less than 4 miles per hour, their timer counts down, and they get warnings at those warning thresholds. That's it. And then they get a ticket. So that is, I am finally at my car, and you know, I think I finally adapted to this hot weather. When I first got out here, it was pretty killer because I got out of my air-conditioned car, but I think I finally adjusted to the heat. So maybe I'd last for 2 hours if I did the long walk. I thought I would probably give up after an hour because I'd realize it was futile. Is it futile or futile? Anyway, thank you for joining me on this long walk, and I'll see you later.